Okay, now we're going to do our speeches. Chair of the Progressive Democrats of the San Fernando Valley. If you're not part of that, I have a sign-up sheet. And it's very important that you made this a priority tonight. This is a real moment in time where the Senate and the Congress, the House of Representatives, are now in the control of the Republicans. And this is a moment where the president really has to stand up and ensure that this oil stays in the ground. We have to transition. And you know that, you don't need me to tell you that, but I just wanted to say thank you for that. We have a lot to do in the next 2, 4, 6 years. I want to introduce my friend R.L. Miller. R.L. is the chair of the Environmental Caucus for the California Democratic Party. She helped organize this. She's a great voice in fighting back against climate change. She's the founder of a group called Climate Hawks Vote. If you don't know about it, I really urge you to find out, because it could really be a turning point in helping us ensure that we elect people who will stand by us and ensure a future for our children. So RL has a few words to say.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming out, everyone. Right now, the Senate, which likes to call itself the world's greatest deliberative body, is voting right now on the Keystone XL bill. And they're voting on a bunch of amendments to the bill, like whether climate change is real and whether water is wet. Seriously. And most of them are probably going to say, no, climate change is not real. Water is not wet. And the reason that they're doing all this, I don't know why they're doing it. Obama's going to veto the darn thing.
Woo!
We hope. More on that in a second. But, what they're doing doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense when gas is $2.50 a gallon, oil is $45 a barrel, and the Canadian tar sands cost $70 a barrel just to get out of the ground.
Right.
The only reason that they're doing this is because the Republican Party is the bought and paid for political arm of the fossil fuel industry.
Yeah, that's right.
True. Exactly. So, sorry, I put my notes on my phone here.
Oh, well, we'll edit that.
So I started up a group called Climate Hawks Vote with the idea being that we're going to hold our political leaders accountable and we're going to elect only the best and the brightest. And when I started doing this, when I started writing on Keystone XL, everybody thought I was crazy. Okay? I was blogging about it, trying to say, XL, we're trying to supersize the disaster. That was in 2010. Nobody knew about this other than a few crazy farmers in Nebraska and a few people like me. I started tracking Republicans who deny climate science in 2010. None of the big green NGOs would even help me out. Now my work is being used on BarackObama.com. So I'm here to tell you that we can stop this pipeline, and we are so close to stopping it. Back in 2010, back in 2011, it was a foregone conclusion that, of course, Obama's going to sign the project. Everybody knew that because that's conventional wisdom in DC. Conventional wisdom was wrong because we built a movement, and we built a movement that started with a few crazy people, a few farmers in Nebraska, and last September we had 400,000 people marching in the streets in New York, and you were one of them.
I was.
Yes. Yay.
Woo!
So, go Russell! Yeah. So we can beat this pipeline, and we are going to beat this pipeline, and we're going to beat it in the next few months. So here's the deal. Obama's going to reject this bill because this bill is going to shortcut the process, quote unquote, the approval process. He says he wants to let the approval process play out. Well, let the approval process play out, and then it's going to be time for him to make the ultimate decision, and that decision needs to be no KXL. Leave the oil in the soil, leave the coal in the hole, leave the Canadian tar sands in Canada. We can do this, we can beat this. You with me?
Yeah. And also say green jobs instead of oil jobs.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Thank you.